love letter to you as you do your own discovering and understanding in whatever season you find yourself. Through this love letter, I hope not only to teach and encourage you, but inspire and shed light on the potential that lies within you and women around you. I wish I could teach you all the things, but there are not enough pages in this book. Yet I hope you'll see my passion for mentorship, and that at the very core of my being is the belief that women are unstoppable when we support one another. I hope you'll learn that it's okay to ask for help. Going at it alone is not a badge of honor. It's really a badge of stubbornness. It might feel good in the moment to be on your own, but life in isolation is not sustainable. We were made to be in relationship. We need one another, so find your village, find your mentors. Wherever you are on your journey, seek women who are ahead of you on the road and willing to give you directions. And be willing to ask for them. Once you have your roadmap, don't keep it to yourself. Share generously. Look in the rearview mirror and find women a few steps behind you, women who could benefit from the wisdom you've learned or earned. No matter how far you are on the journey, you have something to offer others. It's never too late or too soon to start pouring into those around you. Because of the women in this book who patiently loved and championed me along the way, I began mentoring younger women when I was just 19 years old. As you can imagine, I still had a lot to learn myself at that point. But you'll be amazed to see what can happen when your heart is willing and when you trust that the kinks will work themselves out along the way. Before we dive in, you need to know my story starts out a little rocky. My family, like most, has been no stranger to pain. We've experienced divorce, heartache, and loss, and maybe these types of pain have knocked at your door too. As a family of 3, we did our best to navigate all this, and my parents made the most of the skills they had in their tool belts. But a village of women stepped up and stepped in, teaching me how to grow through the pain. From them, I learned lessons I might not have picked up otherwise. I learned to face pain head on. I learned to walk forward in freedom. I learned to invest time in people. And because mentors invested so generously in my life, I learned the gift of investing in others. My story contains one instance after another of God bringing just the right people to guide me through each season of life. No one woman featured in this book had it all together, just as you and I don't, but each woman was willing to share what she could. I had no expectation that any of them would provide the answers to all my problems or questions. I simply recognized one thing I admired about each of them and asked them to share it with me. If you're not sure you have time to mentor in an already busy schedule, if you don't feel equipped to mentor, or if you're not sure why mentorship even matters, then keep listening, because I'm here to show you how mentorship can take shape in your life. Think of me as your mentorship mentor. And here's a challenge as you get started. Don't listen to this book alone. At the end of each chapter, you'll hear a list of questions for discussion and reflection, followed by a tangible action step you can take with you into your week. Yes, you can work through these questions on your own, taking time to reflect on them in a separate journal. But your time will be much richer if it's shared. Enlist a friend or a small group to listen to this book alongside you, using these questions as prompts to guide your discussion, perhaps once a week. The impact is always bigger when we grow alongside and learn from each other, and sharing this book with a friend or a group is a great way to get the most out of the experience. As you look forward to investing in other women, you might find there are days when you feel discouraged, ready to give up, or as though everyone else is farther down the path toward mentorship than you are. Don't be discouraged. We all wonder if we're unqualified or incapable sometimes. But our shortcomings don't define us, and they don't dictate our future. The fact that God has put this desire in your heart is enough for you to claim the truth that now is the time to start. You are on your way. This journey is one that will lead you toward more beauty, more growth, and more of God's heart. You're at the exact right place to start. Let's get going. Mentors lean in, even when it hurts. 1. Linnell. Of all the women who could have stepped in and played a role in my formation as an adult, Linnell was perhaps the most unlikely. She was never meant to love me, but God knew what he was up to when he wove our stories together. Linnell is the mother of my oldest and dearest friends, Lila and Emily, and even when I walk up to her glass-paneled front door today, I'm home. After 3 decades, her house is the one fixture from my childhood that hasn't changed. Her oldest daughter, Lila, and I met in preschool.